evening. We are currently at mile 1599.7. We are in the town of Etna having a Nero. It's day 118, July the 10th. We walked in 5.6 miles this morning. Got picked up by Shannon, the manager of the Etna Motel, where we get to spend the night, have a hot shower, a nice bed with plenty of room in the bed, and we get to eat food prepared by somebody else and that doesn't come out of a packet. I get to enjoy ribs. Penny gets to enjoy a steak that would feed quite a few hogs after she's had her piece, because that's where the leftovers go. And we get to enjoy some fast Wi-Fi so that Penny can upload her blog. We will be off in the morning after we've picked up our resupply towards Sead Valley.
Namaste from Etna.
It is day 119. We had a great night at the Etna Motel with great service for PCT through hikers and section hikers. Derek and Shannon were the most wonderful hosts for us and certainly recommended stay. And Derek had a little issue with his eyebrows on his car, so Jan here has stepped in to take us back to the trail.
And I'm going to talk about Bob at Bob's ranch house, because ever since I came to the States in the early 80s, I really loved the American people, their openness, their friendliness, and they really are a wonderful people to deal with, and it's a lovely country to travel in. So Bob, at Bob's ranch house, we had lunch yesterday at BLT, and he's made me a BLT for my lunch today, and we had our standard bacon and eggs, but he tells me that Etna is suffering terribly from the COVID illness, that this year around 2,000 hikers have come, and normally he has 30 to 45,000 hikers come through the town, and it's costing this little town of more than 700 over $5 million. That half the hikers that through hike are overseas people, so never got to start. So that's some interesting stats about the trail. Now we're going to ask Jan a question. What, as a American who was brought up in this area, what she knows about the PCT.
I don't know as much as you ladies, because I haven't put the mileage in since I was raised in this area, though. I backpacked and camped and spent a lot of time on the local areas of the trail, you know, getting from one lake to the next. And you guys probably yesterday or the day before hiked right above Jackson Lake, one of my favorite
beautiful
lakes.
Yeah.
And Bingham Lake, and so I know all those areas, but that's just minuscule compared to what you guys have seen.
Well, I have to say that this is a stunning part of the trail and should not be missed. It has exceeded my expectations, and I will certainly come back and do some more of the other trails around the area of the PCT.
Yes, every short hike is a hike that deserves its own mention. But, you know, Jan has kindly offered to take us up 8 miles up the road to where we left the trail, and we're going to head into the Marble Mountains. So, hello from the Kiwi Sisters and Jan.
Great.
We have just been dropped off at the Etna Trail Summit, and within 10 minutes we have reached mile 1600. In another 52 miles we will have less than 1,000 miles to go, so it's another landmark for us to reach. have just come around the corner from Etna Summit, and the burn area extends quite extensively, and one of the locals told me that this was a fire 2 years ago. So what will happen now, of course, is they'll get a wind come through and a lot of these trees will end up falling over and causing quite a big log fall area.
Amidst the ashes of fire, these flowers have planted seed and blossomed into colour, and it really is like walking through a flower garden. All hues and colours. It's beautiful.
So every night I pull out my little pump, and what does Penny do? She blows up her mattress. But because she's my big sister and there is a pecking order, sometimes, a lot actually, I end up blowing it up for her. But
I get so lightheaded doing it.
she does pay me in kind, usually with good and plenties.
Candies. Oh dear.
But we have a very nice campsite for tonight. We're on a kind of a rocky mountainside, and there is this little oasis of flat areas next to a pond. But since we have access to running water down the trail, we went and got running water.
I've been running down the empty streets, blindfolded by misbeliefs. I've been back to where we met, all the moments and regrets. I've been searching empty alleys, called your name out in the prairies. The sunlight shades, but what remains is the shade of you. I gotta hold on. The memories are here, but you are gone. You say we're through, it's true, me and you. Your painful words distract the view. Don't you feel it too? In the search for you, I'll pursue. Maybe I can make a change and feel like I do. I've been trying to forget your smile, our secrets and your quirky style. The love that you surrender is the one thing I remember. You may not know I'm a believer, persistent like a fever. Those places where you try to hide, I promise I will try to find. I gotta hold on. Memories are near, but you are gone. You say we're through, it's true, me and you. Your painful words distract the view. Don't you feel it too? In the search for you, I'll pursue. painful words distract the view. Don't you feel it too? In the search for you, I pursue. Maybe I can make a change and